According to the annual Homeless Assessment Report, more than 90% of the U.S. homeless population is concentrated in urban areas. This equates to approximately 1.6 to 1.8 million people without stable housing, living on the streets of our cities. In this discussion, we'll dive into 10 major metropolitan areas where the homelessness crisis is particularly severe. Number 10. Santa Ana, California. Santa Ana offers a snapshot of the nation's escalating homelessness crisis. According to the 2023 Annual Homeless Assessment Report (HAR), a staggering 24,718 people in Santa Ana were unhoused on a single night in 2023, representing 72% of Orange County's total homeless population, based on 2023 figures. What's more concerning is the rise in numbers, a 9.4% jump in 2023 compared to the previous year. Over half of these individuals, 58%, were living unsheltered, forced to make homes in places not meant for human habitation, parking lots, underpasses, and public parks. 9. Austin, Texas. Austin, a vibrant and fast-growing city, faces its own complexities with homelessness. While getting an exact count is difficult, the 2023 point-in-time survey conducted by the Ending Community Homelessness Coalition (ECHO) estimated that 25,248 people were unhoused across the metro area. Though this reflects a 25% drop from 2022, the numbers tell a deeper story. The unsheltered population remains stable at 9,347, underscoring the city's urgent need for emergency shelters and transitional housing. Additionally, 23% of those experiencing homelessness were families with children, a stark reminder that homelessness isn't just a personal crisis, but one that disrupts entire families. 8. Denver, Colorado. Denver has seen a troubling surge in homelessness over the last decade. In 2023, the Denver Metro Homeless Coalition's point-in-time count revealed 34,054 people experiencing homelessness, marking an 11% increase from 2022 and an alarming 58% rise since 2016. Equally concerning is the growing number of unsheltered individuals. Between 2020 and 2023, the number of people living without any form of shelter surged by 33%, leaving 14,078 individuals exposed to the elements. Chronic homelessness, where individuals remain homeless for a year or more, also remains a pressing issue, with 9,567 people falling into this category in 2023. Denver's numbers highlight a deepening crisis, where finding long-term solutions becomes more urgent every year. 7. San Francisco Bay Area, California. In 2022, a point-in-time PIT count conducted by the Department of Homelessness and Supportive Housing revealed that a staggering 37,754 people were experiencing homelessness in San Francisco on a single night, a 5% increase since the last count in 2019. Even more troubling is the fact that 56% of this population, or 20,397 people, were unsheltered, living in parks, streets, or other outdoor locations. This underscores the immense challenge the city faces in providing adequate shelter and essential services. Chronic homelessness, which includes individuals who have been homeless for a year or more or have had multiple episodes over the last 3 years, continues to be a pressing issue. The 2022 data identified 8,628 individuals in San Francisco falling into this category, highlighting the long-term nature of the crisis. 6. Portland, Oregon. In Portland's metro area, homelessness continues to rise, as evidenced by the 2023 point-in-time count by the Joint Office of Homeless Services. It identified 48,872 people experiencing homelessness, a 17% increase compared to 2022. However, due to challenges in outreach and counting, the real figure may be even higher. Breaking down the numbers, over 22,944 individuals were unsheltered in 2023, marking a 9% rise from the previous year. These individuals were living on streets, in vehicles, or other unsuitable locations. On a positive note, there was a 10% rise in the number of people being sheltered in emergency housing or transitional facilities, reflecting efforts to provide more immediate support. A rare piece of encouraging news is that chronic homelessness dropped by 16% in 2023 compared to 2022, signaling that some long-term solutions may be starting to take effect. 5. San Jose, California. San Jose is grappling with a sharp rise in homelessness, as reflected by the 2023 point-in-time count conducted by the Santa Clara County Continuum of Care. The data revealed a worrying total of 61,028 people experiencing homelessness, an increase of 17% from 2022, and a shocking 50% surge since 2019. Among these, 36,822 individuals were unsheltered, enduring harsh conditions on the streets or in vehicles, a 22% rise compared to the previous year, emphasizing the lack of adequate shelter options. While the number of sheltered individuals did increase by 6%, reaching 25,206 in 2023, it's clear that the city's resources are strained in addressing this growing crisis. 4. San Diego, California. San Diego's 2023 homelessness crisis has reached alarming levels. The recent We All Count survey unveiled a staggering 78,203 individuals experiencing homelessness, marking a distressing 22% surge from 2022 and a shocking 42% rise since 2019. These numbers paint a clear picture. The situation is worsening rapidly and demands urgent action. Digging deeper into the data, there's a notable shift in sheltered versus unsheltered homelessness. While the overall numbers are climbing, more people are finding refuge in shelters. In 2023, 23,032 people were identified as unsheltered, a 5% increase from the previous year. What's particularly troubling is the uneven impact across different groups. Veterans make up a substantial 22% of the homeless population, a 17% increase compared to 2022. Additionally, more women and seniors are facing homelessness, signaling that this crisis is not just deepening, but also broadening to affect more vulnerable demographics. 3. Seattle, Washington. In Seattle, counting the number of people experiencing homelessness is tricky business, but the 2023 King County all-night count offers the most comprehensive estimate: 85,149 individuals, 13% more than in 2022 and a 21% rise since 2020. These figures reveal the growing scale of the crisis. A stark divide exists within this population. While some find shelter in emergency or transitional housing, thousands remain without. The 2023 count identified 37,281 people living unsheltered, a 17% increase from 2022. That means nearly half of Seattle's homeless population lacks basic shelter, an undeniable sign of the growing severity of the problem. Chronic homelessness remains a major issue as well. In 2023, over 15,500 individuals had been homeless for a year or more, with a large number of them being veterans, estimated at 20%. Youth homelessness also continues to be a pressing concern, further complicating efforts to address the situation. 2. New York City, New York. New York City's homelessness crisis paints a sobering picture. In April 2024, an astonishing 100,498 individuals spent their nights either in shelters or on the streets. This number is drawn from the Coalition for the Homeless, reflecting the magnitude of the issue. While the annual Hope Count attempts to track the unsheltered population, the reality is likely grimmer. In 2024, 31,140 people were counted sleeping on streets and in subways, a staggering figure, though acknowledged as an undercount. The challenge of capturing the full scale of homelessness remains daunting. The city's right-to-shelter policy has become a beacon for individuals and families seeking safety. By April 2024, 55% of shelter occupants were newly arrived, highlighting an escalating wave of people looking for stability in one of the most expensive cities in the world. One of the most disturbing revelations lies in the demographic breakdown. A heart-wrenching 68% of those in shelters belong to homeless families. Even more alarming, 20,298 of these are children, underscoring the profound and devastating impact on society's most vulnerable. 1. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles continues to grapple with a deeply entrenched homelessness crisis. The 2023 Greater Los Angeles Homeless Count, conducted by the LA Homeless Services Authority, revealed a record 105,518 individuals experiencing homelessness on any given night, an alarming 9% jump from the previous year. This count provides a clear view into the city's challenges. Of the 105,518, about 46,260 people were staying in shelters across Los Angeles, while a striking 55,000 were unsheltered, representing a sharp 10% rise from 2022. The growing number of people sleeping outdoors highlights the increasing difficulty in finding stable housing in this vast city. Homelessness in LA disproportionately affects certain groups. In 2023, 41% of the homeless population were Black, despite only representing 9% of LA County's residents. Similarly, veterans who have served their country also face this crisis, with 11,337 veterans identified in the count. The numbers reflect a profound societal failure to support the most at-risk individuals.